Welcome. In this video, I want to talk about the issue of marketing and what you've seen and what you're seeing in the dog training world by way of this very problematic idea that's based on exploitation. Okay, understand it's totally driven by appearances. It lacks depth. It doesn't connect the dots properly by way of the social aspect of the relationship with how a dog's decision-making process is influenced and governed. And what is very common, again, as part of the package deal, okay, is dogs getting blamed as a result of a counterfeit picture within the framework of response. Now, here's the thing. I talk about certain things becoming normalized, okay, such as blame shifting, because all these trainers are doing it. Whether it's force-free, balanced, you hear them on their social media saying about, having the difficult conversation with, euthanizing dogs as a result of unresolved behavioral issues. So understand that when you get to this level, okay, of where we're at, that's why I keep calling the dog training, world a train wreck, because it is. But again, when I talk about what's happening here, again, this goes right back to even you see certain trainers coming in like with a background in, business, marketing. What you see happening is people just setting up shop, okay, not asking any questions, kind of like no skin in the game that way in terms of, of really looking at and considering what's going on, all the problems, and just simply like, putting up a, website and just running with it. Like, that's it. That's all that, understand something, that's all that's been happening here in the dog training world. So when you talk about people who are asking questions, again, talk about asking these questions in the beginning, looking around, why are all these things happening? Why are all these dogs getting blamed? Why are they all ending up in shelters? Why all the divisiveness, losing like the war on remote callers, all this stuff breeds specific bands. None of these trainers are invested that way. Just understand something here, that because it becomes about marketing, okay? So you can, you get this level at which dogs are being, devalued, all right? Because that's what's happening. I mean, that's the consequence of what I call the big lie. What's the big lie? That training's learning-based exercise, and with motivating dogs that way, without, again, following path of what training represents, once a relationship problem is underway, a intervention. And those two core ingredients I talk about, influence and control, being brought in by way of interaction-based, right? But even with putting the information, understand, I put out so much information. I've directly confronted trainers. I've gone on, you saw if you watched the Miracle Canine debate, but just look at the responses from individuals who are totally sold out, turned over to and sold out to this idea. So understand something here, at the very core, this is a human problem, okay, totally corrupt. But what you're seeing here is, again, very easy just to set up shop, because that's what's happened, not caring to ask any questions whatsoever about the real issue, and then having a type of support system, okay, through these groups. That's why I say they show up at the, through these so-called professional trainer associations. But do you ever think for a second that they're actually talking about or want to talk about the real issue? Absolutely not. It's support the wrong way. Okay, this is where you get this whole thing about, peer review, right? So understand something here. Just because the majority, have come into agreement with an idea of things doesn't mean that it's the truth. And nothing holds more true than what's going on in the dog training world. So understand something here. This is all about just marketing. Social media is the vehicle. It's like the worst things that you can bring together through everything, right, to come out on the other side with a totally corrupt, morally bankrupt scenario. That's exactly what's going on in the dog training world. So again, check out my website. Again, I talk about the real issue. I'm talking about why, kind of like the perfect storm, why all these things are happening. The dog training world's imploding, and why it is you're going to see things get much, much worse. Thanks for watching.